Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Again, this is one of those videos I was also debating if I should make or not, because I don't want to make my channel to be about exposing anybody or pointing out all these drama queens, clickbaits. Think of this video as a info on what's going on with gaming and tech community on YouTube. And I need you guys to follow through on what I'm going to say in the next 30 minutes, because there's a pattern. There's a pattern that you guys need to keep an eye on. It's kind of like it's in the plain sight, but you guys don't see it. You guys don't see it because you get caught up in joining somebody's agenda or joining somebody's idea, and you become a part of the that cheerleading club. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to show you that, in short, what I'm going to talk about in the next 30 minutes, it's not about the gaming. It's not about the tech. It's not about any of this stuff. It's all about one thing and one thing only, and that's about revenue, the money. And I will explain why. So just I want you to understand that. Okay, let's first start with Digital Foundry. Here's a company that has a lot of views. You know, they're big, they're huge. Microsoft even was nice enough to invite them to look at the specs, look at the chip, how expensive that chip is. But that wasn't enough for them, I guess. And they have a lot, of subscribers. They got nearly 500,000 subscribers. So they're reaching a big audience. Okay, but they're only reaching specific audience. They're not reaching everybody. They're reaching specific kind of an audience, and I will explain why. Now, do I have a huge issue with them? Do I have a huge problem with them? No. I don't, because I'm independent. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. They can say whatever they want to say. Doesn't mean I'm going to have to buy into that. I'm just here to explain to you what's going on with gaming and tech community on YouTube, and why I think it has become a cancer. That it's, at this point, it's almost irredeemable. It's almost unstoppable. Like the cancer is like a stage 4, and it's impossible to cure this shit. Okay, so, but I'll explain why. And there will be some profanity here. I will use here and there. I'll drop some few F-bombs, some shit bombs. So if you're watching this like on your television set and you have kids around, just be warned, there will be some language here. Because sometimes I have to express that to come across my point here, you know. And there's no other way of me expressing myself other than just using that profanity to just explain to you what kind of rubbish this whole YouTube gaming and tech community has become. Also, remember, I'm independent. I have no ties with Google, YouTube. I have no ties with nobody. I'm as independent as it gets. I'm as independent as it gets. Like, you're never going to find more independent guy than me. Okay? It's just not going to happen. Let me show you a couple of things here. Just look how many videos they dedicated. Look at this. Just for the Xbox One X. Here's the one video 6 days ago they did. If Xbox One X cost $500, how much for the next gen? Here they are. And what they're basically talking about here, they're trying to prove a point that you can have a PC built for less or something like that. You know, a PC that doesn't include 4K Blu-ray drive, a PC that cannot handle HDR. It doesn't support so many HDR games, only few HDR games here and there. You know, they're trying to come across in an excuse to justify why Xbox One it's not worth $500. So that's the one video they did. Right there. One video. And here comes the second one. Videocast, does Xbox One X deliver? Question mark. 27 minutes on does Xbox One X deliver. Half an hour, them trying to pound it to you. Why, in the professional voice, why the Xbox One X cannot deliver. You know, yeah, whatever, sure. You know, spare me that, will you? Okay? And look, I have nothing against British. I have nothing against UK. I have friends from UK. I have a bunch of friends from UK and Australia. Okay? I have nothing against them. But I just don't like how Digital Foundry, it's favoring one system over the other. And I think the main reason why they're doing that, not because they care. I don't really think they care about either of these systems. But the reason they chose to go with Sony, it's because in Great Britain, in United Kingdom, majority of people, and this is a fact, this is not some shit that I pull out of my ass. There are statistics. Majority of people in United Kingdom, Great Britain, they own Sony PlayStation consoles. Therefore, majority of audience they're going to have is going to be Sony PlayStation owners. So therefore, they need that audience because they're in business of making money. So that's what they're going to be doing, you know. So therefore, their audience is going to be PlayStation owners. Okay, it's not going to be the Xbox One. And that's one thing that sucks about them is they're mainly focused on one audience, and that's PlayStation. And if you go to their videos, they'll never say anything bad about PlayStation 4 Pro. They'll say, oh, the checkerboarding looks very nice. Oh, it's marvelous. Checkerboarding in HDR looks decimate and it looks marvelous. You know, they're going to talk about like just how beautiful it is and all that. You know, they'll just give good feedback on Sony. Like, they're not going to say, well, why is it that PlayStation 4 Pro has to checkerboard everything? Why is it that PlayStation 4 Pro can't handle native 4K on this game? Here's their crown jewel game, Horizon Zero Dawn, and they can't handle a native 4K. I guarantee if you were to put this Decima engine, I guarantee you when Hideo Kojima game comes out, Death Stranding, right, is what it's called. The Xbox One X will be able to handle it. And here's another video, videocast, Scorpio versus PlayStation 4 Pro. This was 2 months ago. Man, the console hasn't even been released. They haven't even announced the official name. The E3 hasn't even happened. Here we are, 2 months ago, and they're already talking about how it's not going to be that different than PlayStation 4 Pro. So you're still going to be getting the same thing, blah, 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 you know. So already they're just favoring PlayStation 4 Pro, kind of letting their audience know, which they all are pretty much Sony owners in UK. They're letting them know that, and in Europe in general, you know, PlayStation has been favored more than the Xbox. These are just statistics, guys, all right? You can research this. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm just here to tell you the info, the truth. And if you can't handle the truth, well, it's too bad. All right? There's nothing I can do to help you with that. So they're already made like, I don't know, like 5, 7, 8 videos about just downgrading the Xbox One X without even having it in their possession, without even comparing the games it has side by side. The proper way to judge a system is when it's being released and then you side by side, you test the console, the speed, the loading time, everything. You compare it then with PlayStation 4 Pro, which is something I'm going to do. When I get possession of Xbox One X, that's called fair analysis. This is like being a forecast. This is like being a weatherman. The next 3 days, you might see some scattered showers here and there. Some clouds will be coming through here. That doesn't mean that it will be raining in your area. Okay, it's called a forecast. And that's what they're doing. But they're forecasting, favoriting one over the other. And that's the problem. And that's the problem. Just look how many. There's another one. 2 months ago. Final specs revealed. And even when they reveal the final specs, why Project Scorpio is good news for... Hey, look, here's another one. Why Project Scorpio is a good news for PlayStation 4 Pro. From right there, they're favoriting one console over the other. And we all know why they're favoriting one console over the other, because in United Kingdom, majority of their audience is Sony owners. And in Europe in general, majority they own PlayStation consoles. Maybe I would say Australia is where you will find a little bit more Xbox One X owners. These are statistics. You guys can look them up. Look at the demographics, look at the statistics, and check it out. All right, so that's just one. That's just one. And the reason I chose them is because they're big dogs. They're like 500,000 subscribers, so I chose them. Even though Phil Spencer was nice enough to invite them to come, and look at the chip, and just to show them how, he even gave him that replica chip, just to show them how expensive it is to make that chip. But no, that wasn't good enough. Anyway, I wouldn't even invited him. That's what I would have done. Screw you guys. No, nah. But anyway, let's move on to some more. I'll just type in, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to type in Xbox One X. And once I type in Xbox One X on YouTube, you will see just the pattern, the algorithm of the pattern of clickbait videos hating on Xbox One X price. But it's not because they don't like it. It's because they need to profit money off of it. And that's pretty much what it's all about, people. You will find out at the end of this video, that's what it comes down to. It doesn't care what tech, it doesn't care what games. The only thing they care, what is the best clickbait video for me to make today where I can collect money? Because we all know they're all going to buy these consoles. They're all going to enjoy them. They're all going to try this, try that. So, and that's the issue with the YouTube, and that's the issue with the gaming community. It's being unfiltered and it's being misinformed, and a lot of people jump into that agenda. If you're a teenager, if you're somebody young, you don't know, you're going to jump into that agenda easily. Alright, so let me type in Xbox One X really quick, and let me show you what is going to show up and pop up on the screen. Okay, so here I am. I just typed in Xbox One X. I wasn't even typing Xbox One X price or Xbox One X specs. I just simply clicked Xbox One X and look at the backlash right here. Look at this. Here we go. Already by Stone Folks Media. Another clickbait channel. Just doing clickbait. It's no different than Review Tech USA. It's the same shit. They're just looking at the trend. What is the new trend today? This is what's trending today. So let's do these trending videos, clickbait videos. Let's do them. So here it is. Here's the first one. Xbox filled. This is the first thing you're gonna have. I didn't even type in Xbox One X price. I just typed in Xbox One X, and boom, here I am gonna get misled, thinking that Xbox One X is not worth it. 4K, yeah, right. Oh, Phil, you hypocrite. There it is. By Stone Fox Media, more like a Stone Clickbait Media. How about Stone Trending Clickbait Media would be more appropriate name for you, fella. And here's another one by Foxy Games UK. As you can see, UK prefers Sony over the Microsoft, and there's no question about that. Even Mr. Struders will tell you that, and he's from UK. And I have friends from UK. I have nothing against UK. I have nothing against Great Britain. But I have to lay out the truth. I have to, put the pieces together so you guys understand what's going on. Here's another one by Foxy Games UK, 5 days ago. Xbox One X weak CPU holds back its incredible potential. All right. Now, she's sponsored, so it doesn't really matter. IJ Steen, she got millions of subscribers, so, you know, she was in movies and TV shows, Law and Order, and, you know, she's part of the Hollywood, so it doesn't matter, really. She's sponsored. See, when you're sponsored, there's only so much, you have to, there's certain protocol. The reason she'll never reply to you, unless you're like some big YouTube celebrity, maybe, it's because she has sponsorship. She's tied in with all these sponsorships in Los Angeles, so she cannot say much than what she's allowed to say. There's a protocol. That's why you have an agent. That's why you have a protocol. That's why, you know, you can't say what you want to say. Okay? And obviously she has a team of people working for her, you know, video editing, using professional cameras. Look, I'm not going to go through all this stuff. You know, you all know how this works. I don't need to go through all this to educate you about, you know, what's going on in LA and Hollywood and all that bullshit of sponsorship. You all know what's going on. Here's another one by Austin Evans. Now, I have no issue with him. You know, the guy did work hard to become who he is. But, again, he's sponsored. Once you get sponsored, it's all over. He changes. It changes you. You know, your life becomes more enjoyable. You like the money, so you got to do what you got to do. There's a protocol. Protocol is the trend. He's being sponsored to have this kind of a trend by whatever affiliates out there that he has. So he's going to, of course, talk about Pro versus Xbox One X. And I don't have time to go through his video. His video is 5 minutes short. The reason it's 5 minutes short because that's what the protocol allows the video to be, by his sponsors, to be long enough. And he did say that he doesn't agree with the price. He throw that out there. He doesn't believe that the price justify it. It's just too expensive. But hey, you guys let me know what you think. But I don't agree with the price. Thank you for watching my sponsored video. And I read all the teleprompter script that's been written to me. Here's another one by Gamer Ranks, PlayStation 4 versus, yeah. And then here's another one here, you know. Has the millions of views. Xbox One XD. See, he already put his, like, hysterical, douchey, retarded face on there, just so you can get a clickbait, you know. And it's a 6 minute and 52 seconds, and he obviously it's sponsored. He has 1 million views, close to 1.2 million views. So of course, Mr. 3K Music 1C, whatever. Yeah, how about you quit your sponsors, man? And let me see what you can do. All right, I bet you he won't be making any videos for sure. So yeah, and he's the same asshole. This is the same guy. And the reason I call him asshole because I'm independent. I would tell him this in his face, in person. I don't give a shit who he is. Here he is, this person right here, this individual. He's going to buy not just one, but several of these Xbox One X's, and probably 3 of them he's going to sell on eBay for like $800, $900, maybe $1,000. And then keep one for himself. Why? Because he's got sponsors, he's got millions of views. That's why. And of course, we already went through her. Now, this Game Slice, he's okay, you know. And here's another one, preparing for the Xbox One X. Kevin Kenson. The problem with him, he's sponsored as well. You know, he's sponsored, but again, he talks about, you see how short his videos are, but even on this video, he talks about, like, that it's too expensive, you know. I don't know. Should you upgrade? But it's just, the price is too hard to warrant. The problem is the video is short, and the reason it's short is because he's sponsored. So the video has to be short, and he tells you at the end. You can check this video. He will tell you at the end. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But the price is a bit too steep, bit too expensive. Bit too expensive. Really expensive for somebody like you that's got so many views and that got so many sponsors. I don't think so. It's not expensive for you because you will buy it. This guy already has X set up. So he's going to buy not one, but maybe several of these Xbox One X's. Now, I have nothing against these people. I don't know him personally. I could care less. I'm just here to tell you the truth. Think of me like Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. That's what I'm here, to tell you the truth. I'm the most, and here's another one. There's this guy right here. I was like, come on. Yeah. Too expensive. Yeah, of course. It's not too expensive for you because you know this same person right here that's talking this crap is going to go ahead and buy this console. Not one, but several of consoles he will buy. He'll have one for the giveaway, and the other three he's going to sell them on eBay to make $2,000 on it, and then he's going to have one for himself. Why? Because he's sponsored. I know how this game is being played, people. And the reason I'm making this video is to lay out some truth. I know how the system works. I know how the YouTube works. I know how this corporation works. And I know how the Hollywood and LA and the entertainment industry works to begin with. So I know how this shit works. And I'm just here to lay out some truth to you. Oh, he made a couple of videos. I think my friend Westside Tech, actually he's from LA, so he knows this whole ball game better than anybody. He lives in LA. He lives in the entertainment capital. So check out Westside Tech channel. He's another honest. It's probably two people that they're honest. Like I would say three people: me, Westside Tech, and then he's more of a comedian, but he's still honest nonetheless. He calls the bullshit when he sees it. 1316 Killer. He's another good one, but that's like maybe few you'll find in between. But me, I'm like the very rare shit you'll find on YouTube, and that's why I'm getting a lot of hate because they don't like the disruption that I'm giving these clowns, because I'm hitting their pockets. They don't want, to lose what they got here. And this guy made not one but two videos. What's his name? Spawn Wave. Okay, whatever. And I guarantee you, there's gonna be some more videos coming in from him on the Xbox One X. And see, the whole point here I was trying to tell you, I didn't even type in Xbox One price. I just type in Xbox One X. And look how much misinformation there has been about the Xbox One X. All right, since I have exposed all of this, remember, this video is not about me going after Digital Foundry, going after this guy, going after any of these people. There's more of them, believe me. There's more. I don't have time to go through all of them. For me, Crap Gamer, there you go. There's so many of them. I don't have time to go through all of them because there's so many of them. But the reason there are so many of them, it's because of one thing. The point I want to make here is very important. All of these people you see, and all of the videos you see them taking a stand, shitting on the Xbox, it's because of pattern algorithm. They're only here. The reason their channel exists, it's because of one thing: sponsorship and making money. Okay, they're only doing this. The only reason they're wasting their time doing a 7-minute, 8-minute video and making all these videos, it's to get that money. They're in to make money. And I think this is the cancerous process of YouTube unfiltering this kind of shit because it spreads misinformation. You could easily get misinformed, and you can easily get misinformed by somebody who's got 500,000 subscribers or 70,000, 100,000 subscribers. You can easily spread that misinformation, and then people will think the Xbox One X sucks and it's not worth the price, when in fact it is worth the price. But here's the thing: all of these people, they don't care about Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Samsung, LG, Vizio. They don't care about any of these brands. The only thing they care about is the money. And that's why they're here. They're only here to make that money. Because they're going to buy all of this. They're going to buy everything. They're going to buy every tech, everything that comes out, they will buy it. They're only doing this to make money. That's their stage. Acting, that's their character. Basically, they're actors. What they are is they're paid actors to make videos on trends. All of this, and here's another one, Review Tech USA, 5 days ago, 170,000 misled people. Sweet little lies from your skibbity-da-da-da-boop, skibbity-da-da-da-boop, or whatever, 12:59 minutes. Of course, he cannot go past, he's not going to spend half an hour like I am here, because he's sponsored. His sponsors wouldn't love that. You know what I mean? They wouldn't love the fact that he's going above 12 minutes. That's the protocol he has. So yeah. Oh, he didn't make one. He made more than one video. He made like truckload of videos about Microsoft. And then when the trend is over, he's going to jump to another trend. And then on November 8th or November 7th, he's going to say, wow, I have to say, I think this looks great. I have to admit, it runs faster than what I originally thought, guys. This is actually looking good. You know, then he's going to change his stance on that release date when the console's, it's being officially released. So the whole point here, it's not for me to go after any of these people. I'm not a drama queen video channel. I'm not exposing. I'm not Hard 8. I don't do that shit. I leave that to the other people to do. I'm just here to tell you. I'm just here to tell you the pattern and the algorithm. Think of me as Sam Harris. You guys know who Sam Harris is? Sam Harris, it's a very smart individual, open-minded individual that analyzes politics, history, social world, everything. And I definitely highly recommend you guys listen to Sam Harris. He was on Joe Rogan podcast. He was on Jocko podcast. He was on a bunch of, he has his own podcast. And guys, he was also on the Bill Maher, and him and Ben Affleck had some dispute on that show. So the guy is really smart. And the reason I mention him, because I'm kind of the same way. I'm trying to give you the truth. I'm analyzing it and calling it the way it is. I'm giving you the truth, and you're not going to find any other video telling you this truth other than me, because I'm the only independent guy there is on the channel. And look right here, again, it's another, see, I just typed in Xbox One X, and look at the algorithm. Of course, does he really, this is Boogie, does Boogie really hates Xbox One X? No, he doesn't hate it. If I was to meet him in private, he would have told me that, no, I'm not hating it, but I have to do this for, you know, my sponsors, to make them happy. It's a new trend. So he's getting upset about the price, even though he's got money. He can afford more than one, probably several Xbox One X's. Same thing with this guy. This guy has a LG wallpaper, and yeah, he's gonna bitch about $500. But he made a 3-minute, 29-second video because he lives in LA. He's sponsored, so he has to go ahead. And your average consumer, actually, it's not bad enough that you're sponsored and you got money, but you also have misleading name. Your average consumer, more like your average sponsor bullshitter, is what I would say. More like your average scripted consumer. And he's going to buy not just one, but several of these Xbox One X's. He'll do one giveaway, and then he'll probably sell 3 other ones to make $2,000, $3,000 on top of that. On top of the money he also makes from this. Now, this is one of my favorite video right here, because this video truly shows you what this console is capable and what it has inside and how expensive the components are to be made. Alright, so it's almost half an hour of this video. So just keep in mind, the whole point of this video is not for me to go after these people. It's just to lay out some truth and honesty. And remember, they're all doing it for the money. It's all about the money, because that's the reason they're here. And YouTube doesn't care, because that brings them money, revenue. It's all about the money at the end, guys. Remember, it's all about the money at the end. When everything's said and done, it all comes down to one thing only: money. So hopefully this video helps you out, gives you some truth and honesty, and that's why I did this, just to lay out some truth. And if you don't want to believe me this, well, do your own research. Use your own brain, and you will find the truth for yourself. Other than that, I think I said enough. I've shown you enough. I proved you enough in half an hour here. So hopefully this will sink in and give you some idea what's really going on out there. So that way you don't become a sheep, a cattle, The worst thing you can be, it's a simple-minded cattle and a sheep. Be open-minded. Think for yourself. That's why you have a brain. That's why you have a mind, so you can think for yourself. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.